Hi, Martin here. Today we're going to be installing a ADDCO rear sway bar on our 99 through 04 Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is a 1-inch diameter sway bar. The stock one is a 9/16, so quite a big difference. Our Cherokees have a little bit of a sway problem, the rear one being the biggest problem. You could improve the front one if you would like. If you got an 03, an older WJ, you can put a 04 Grand Cherokee sway bar on the front of it. That one is a solid sway bar over the hollow one of the early models. There is a slight improvement there, but the rear one is definitely the big one. The ADDCO also does come with the new rear bushings for the 1-inch and some hardware. You will need to reuse the hardware for your end links here. And what I would definitely recommend is, okay, you've ordered your sway bar, you know it's on the way, and I would get out some, like a PB blaster or a penetrating oil like I have here, and squirt all the hardware down, especially if you're from the Rust Belt, because it could give you some problems. And maybe you want to start working on those bolts while waiting for your sway bar to come. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and install these energy suspension greasable bushings to replace the ones that come with the ADDCO. I just want to make sure I don't end up with any squeaking noise or anything like that, and it's serviceable, the fact that you can grease it. Alright, well, let's get started. Okay, we'll start by spraying down all the hardware here, getting on the back side of these bolts. I would start by at least breaking loose all the bolts. Make sure they do come loose before actually removing any of them. There's a 15mm socket. Now this up here is a 15 on this side, 18 on over here. You'll need to reuse this hardware here. I do have the vehicle raised, but it is level. Don't raise the vehicle more on one side than the other, because it's going to cause the sway bar to bind and make it very difficult to get the new one in. If at all possible, if you can just leave the vehicle sitting on the ground where it is, that would be best. Okay, with it unhooked, you can see it freely moves up and down. So all we got to do is remove these 4 bolts. Alright, now with the sway bar removed, you can actually side by side see a huge difference between the stock one and the ADDCO sway bar. Okay, now we're going to install the energy suspension bushings. Just remove it from this bracket here. It has a cut in it right there. You'll just slide that over the sway bar like so. and these will go back on here. Alright, we're ready to reinstall. Alright, now for reinstalling, what I found best is to hang it on the end link first. Just slide it on there. Get this one nut started. And now you're going to move to the other side and do the exact same thing. And I wouldn't tighten this down just yet. Let's get all 6 bolts installed. Now simply just take your sway bar, push it up there like that, and install the bolts. Get them all put in before you tighten any of these down. Okay, now repeat this on the other side. Now once you got all the bolts started, go ahead and tighten it down. What I'm doing too is also I'm holding this up as high as I can on the location on both sides. Now with all the hardware secure, all that's left is to grease the 2 zerks here. Well, as you can see, the installation is really pretty straightforward. As long as all your hardware comes out, no problem. You can probably knock this out in like half an hour. So all that's left now is to take it for a test drive and become accustomed to how it handles. So let's go take it for a drive. Well, I've been driving it now for a week, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed. Definitely handles much better in the corners. Not near the sway it had before. I didn't notice any deep, anything rougher in the ride. As far as that went, it was just as smooth as it was before. So, real happy with it. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.